Yay, we're here. Okay. First time I'm using my webcam. So. Okay. I really wish I could play music. It's so quiet. I'm trying to figure out what I have in stock right now that needs, or out of stock rather, that needs to be made again. Good morning. Okay. I have a lot of snugglers that are out of stock at the moment. Bear. Good morning. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I don't know how loud this mic is. Okay. Hopefully it's loud enough. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to do some works in progress. Let me grab my box. Everything is going tumbling. Gosh. Good morning. Hi, I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for asking. I hope you are doing well as well. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way. I guess I could. This is the first time I'm using my webcam, so I'm still trying to kind of work out my setup. Alright. I don't know what size safety eyes I should use for something this big. My bad. Alright, I think I'm going to use my last pair of 30mm eyes for this. And we're going to do blue. The only thing I don't like about this is I can't tilt it low enough so y'all can see what I'm doing. I need like a dual camera thing so that like y'all can look at my desk at the same time and see what I'm doing. So I'm going to make a note of that because this is what we're working on right now. Giant sea turtle. But you can't see that. Good morning, friends. Happy Thursday. I almost said happy Friday. It is not Friday. What do we think? Do we think that's going to be too... I think that'll be perfect, actually. I like having oversized eyes on my plushies. So, good morning! I bought the Olivia 2.0 stand for filming. Not that I've... interesting. Is that, because I have a couple of other, I'm trying to think. I have one that clamps to the table and, like, goes over, but I would have to figure out how to basically use two cameras and have two views. I think I would need to use something like Streamlabs. To be able to have two cameras, like dual camera streaming. What did you say? Olivia 2.0. Hold on. Pause. I need a screen. Olivia 2.0 phone stand. Ooh, okay. I actually like that a lot more than the clamp stand that I use. That's similar to, what's the one, Canvas? Is that the other one that has something similar to that? I like the look of that too. It would look nice sitting on my desk. Okay, I'm going to save that and I'm going to look at it later because I definitely think I'm going to need something so you guys can see what I'm doing. Because I'd like to go live a little bit more frequently. I would just need to figure out a good schedule for it. I'm a little concerned these safety eyes are too big, but I'm going for it. Good morning, everybody. Hello. Happy Thursday. I hope everybody has their morning beverages, whatever you choose to drink. I'm on my second cup of coffee. I haven't been sleeping very well. Oh no, I clamped the yarn. Good one. I just clamped my tail underneath my safety eye. I love that. Gah! Like it's... Oh, I got it. Okay, we're good. Crisis averted. Okay. Okay, I think that looks good. I like oversized details whenever I do oversized embroidered eyes. It looks like an alien. Oh no. I know. I have to I always leave when I do embroidered eyes. I always leave all of the eyes to last step. I have an entire basket full of things that need eyes embroidered because I have to get into a rhythm. It's like a repeat thing for me. Usually the first one or two that I do are frogs. So I completely understand. I don't have my stuffing in here now. It's so bad. Hold on, I gotta go grab my stuffing bag really quick. Embroidery eyes are my nemesis. I got them down pretty good now, just because I do them so often, because snugglers are one of my favorite things to make, and obviously I like to put embroidered eyes on those for little kiddos, and so I've gotten them down pretty good now, but it does usually, if I haven't done them in a while, it takes me a couple of tries to get them even. Oh, I can tell this is going to be really difficult to stuff evenly. I've never made a jumbo turtle before, so I'm kind of excited, I can't lie. Me too, me too. I think the color is Emerald by Premier. It's their Parfait XL. I've never crocheted with their Parfait XL before, and I really like it. So I think the blue is actually Sweet Snuggles, and then this is Parfait XL. Okay, I think I'm going to start sewing this on and then finish stuffing it in a minute. Okay, I need... I'm probably going to need more than these two to hold this in place, I suspect. I'm going to grab 4 of them. The heads are always so giant. Even on the regular sea turtles, the heads are always so big. Makes it kind of awkward. I actually think I'm gonna grab... I was gonna use one of my smaller needles, but I think I'm gonna go with the big one. I'm gonna England, but I had a $200 plus order shipped from Premier so I could try it. It's very soft. I recently, with our Joann's going out of business, I'm sure you've seen that, even though you're across the pond. I've been exploring Premier a little bit more. Their yarn is actually a little bit cheaper per ounce compared to Bernat Blanket anyways. So I've been kind of exploring that. And then Michael's here was also having issues, like quality issues with their Sweet Snuggles stuff. So it kind of gave me a pretty good opportunity to explore other brands. And everything I've tried so far with Premier, I've actually really, really liked. So I just actually placed another order for some more of the Parfait XL stuff, this size yarn. I bought the colors to make a sunflower sea turtle. I'm really excited about it. And then I got more of this emerald green because I want to make a couple of sea turtles in this size for my next market. Or my next few markets, rather. So, whereabouts in the UK are you? You don't have to be specific for safety reasons. I'm just curious. I'm actually from the UK originally. I'm from the Surrey area, south of London. Just outside of London. Yeah, I've got family kind of all over just south of London, and then on the coast in Brighton. This is so awkward. Good morning to you. It's just after 4 p.m. Wow. South Africa. It's a long way. It's kind of cool. This is literally so awkward. I have to sew this on. Hey, Teresa. I'm good. How are you? I figured I'm going to have a productive morning, so I might as well just jump on YouTube and hang out for a little bit. Never knew that. We're having a heat wave here. The London AC is. We melt gracefully. Yeah, everybody does everything so posh over there, so it's funny. My family, because we have like a big group chat with our family, and nobody's complained about the heat yet. At least I haven't seen anybody complaining about the heat in our group chat. I'll be there in September, actually. We're doing a trip there. My fiance is meeting my entire family for the first time. We've been together for 9.5 years. So it's a big trip. Oh, yay. I'm happy to have you. It's good to see you. I know, isn't she so cute? Hey, Rosie, Say hi. Oh. She's so tired, even though she doesn't do anything. She just hangs out in here with me. She just doesn't really care about anything. You okay? You look a little dazed. We bought her a cooling mat. The strawberry thing, well, you can't really see it because of the saturation, but she's laying on a strawberry print cooling mat, and she's obsessed with it because she's got so much fur. Oh, thank you. She is my soulmate, so she is spoiled absolutely rotten. My other dog, poor thing. She's a menace though, so in my defense, she's a bit of a nightmare. The other one can't come in here though, because she's always dirty. This one's like, she never smells, like she never needs a bath, nothing. So she hangs out in here with me. Oh my gosh, this is so hard to sew this head on. My child and my soulmate. Oh, that's so sweet. I don't like to think about her not being around anymore. I actually adopted her, gosh. How long have you been here? How long have you been here? She's like, I don't know. Why are you asking me? I adopted her probably 8 or 9 years ago now. And I got her on the day I had gotten a root canal done because my old dentist accidentally struck a nerve in one of my teeth when I was getting some dental stuff done, and basically the tooth died. So I had to get a root canal done. And the day that I got the root canal done, I had already been looking, like we had gone to the shelter a couple of times, and none of the dogs that we met or whatever had really seen, really seemed like a good match. Like, like sometimes you just like know. And I was literally like, my face is swollen. I've got videos of me sitting on the ground cuddling with her at the rescue. But yeah, I've had her for probably like at least 8 years. So, hi, Destiny. Has she ever been sneaky? No, she does not like toys. She has no interest in toys whatsoever. The other one, however, she really likes the small dog toys. Like, we buy her stuff. She's 50 pounds, and we buy her the small dog toys that are like, for like 5-pound dogs, like Chihuahuas and stuff, and she loves them. They're her favorite. And she has walked off with 2 plushies. A couple weeks ago, I actually found her with one of my mini ghosts that she found in another room. Is everyone else getting kicked out? Oh no! Did I not turn off? Hold on. Let me see if I can turn the ads off. Okay. I just turned the ads off. I didn't realize I left them on by mistake, but because my account is monetized, my default settings put ads at random places, and I thought I turned it off, but I think I accidentally clicked out of it and went back in. Yeah, it's basically the ads just kind of help me make money off of my videos, but I don't usually turn them on for my lives. Sorry about that. Your dog's name is Rosie too? That's so cute. This is my Rosie. Her name was Dixie when we adopted her, but I changed it. Likes to relax. Yes, she does. She just hangs out. She also is camera shy, so at least it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't only happen to you for sure. Yeah, the apps shouldn't like kick you out though. They should play and then it should automatically load back to the live. So it's kind of weird that you were having to go out, but I don't mind turning them off. I have a Roxy and Bella the most. That's funny. I know I had D Lan, you may recognize this, but I don't know if you are familiar with the TV show, the kids TV show over there called Rosie and Jim. The puppets. But I watched that religiously as a child. My grandparents had them all on tape. like VCRs. And so we would go over there and that's all we would watch on TV. And I had, at the time when I got her, I had a lab. Yes, the ragdolls on the canal boat. And so at the time I got her, I had a lab named Finn. And it kind of sounded like Jim. So I was like, oh, Rosie and Finn is a really cute, like, little combo name. So that's where her name came about. I'm making a giant sea turtle. I know it's hard to see. My webcam won't go down any further. I'm trying a new setup today, and I have now discovered that I need to get a second like thing so it's like a tabletop down. I need to get Streamlabs or something set up so you guys can see what I'm doing. Oh, I was young. My parents moved to Connecticut when I was like 2.5 years old. And then moved to Atlanta when I was like 4 or something. And now I'm in Alabama. You've never made a sea turtle? Wow. I feel like sea turtles are like the gateway to crochet plushies. I don't know why I feel that way, but I've never made a jumbo one, I can say that. But sea turtles are usually one of my best sellers, especially during this time of year. Turtles in general. I don't know. People here love turtles. Last stitch. This is Crochet by Jenna. Okay, let me tie it off, and then we're done. Oh my gosh, doing something this big is very awkward. I love May the Elephant. I love that pattern. Where do I want to tuck this? Let's go this way. Yeah, the head is, especially when you're like working on the cheeks and stuff, the head is, tried no so low so. Yeah, I actually make this one low so. I crochet all of the fins and the tail in to the spaces instead of sewing because it's just easier for me. It does give the fins a little bit of an odd angle sometimes, depending on how they get crocheted in, but is my mic volume okay? Can y'all just like let me know? Because the mic is attached to my webcam, but I do have like an official, like a proper, yes, it's okay. Okay. I have like one of the, like a podcast mic that I've never used before. I crochet them in, yeah. It's just easier for me. If I can like minimize the sewing I do, I don't mind sewing parts. Not so much anymore anyways. I used to hate it. But now I don't so much mind it. Yay. We're done. These things are huge. This is massive. I like it though. I'm trying to stash bust some of my colored yarn. So this was a good one. I think I used 2 partial skeins of the green and then a partial skein of the blue that I had left over. And I don't think I had any blue left over after I was done. I don't remember. All right, that one's done. That's exciting. Covered in fluff. Same that. You're right, the turtles are the gateway. I don't know, I don't have a lot of sea animals. Yeah, I think the sea turtles I usually keep those in stock. And then I'm obsessed with Humble Child Co.'s Anchor the Octopus pattern. This is the mini version. I can't keep these in stock, and I sell them for $55 or $60, I think. Are you still doing? I haven't done a Palm Street live. Oh my gosh, you're on Palm Street? Wait, you did tell me that. I never catch your shows. That's what I was like. I've never seen one of your shows before. I'm still on there, and I definitely want to continue doing them. It's hard for me to find the time between custom orders and like my markets and stuff. So right now my markets have kind of slowed down a little bit. I've got one in August. So I'm hoping to do another live here maybe in the next couple of weeks over there. I'm just not sure when. I haven't scheduled it or anything. I've made like some random like marketplace sales over there. I'm in Florida. Yeah, I wouldn't do any in Florida either, but I'm in Alabama, so it's kind of the same. We got very lucky. My last YouTube video that posted Monday, the recap, that market, it started out insane. Like it was so hot. It was so hot. And then after it stormed, it cooled everything down. So it actually ended up being a really, really, really nice day. The one in August, I'm not so sure about. I think it's probably going to be quite toasty, but we really need the extra moolah at the moment with everything that we've got going on. So it's just kind of like, everything is kind of like stacked on. Yeah, the hurricanes are not good either. So I really need to like pick some things up and probably start doing my lives again on Palm Street. I was trying to do them every 3 or 4 weeks or so, kind of in between. Like if I had a market, do a live 2 weeks later, and then another market 2 weeks after that, and then 2 weeks after do an online one. But I got so busy like for whatever, like when we went out of town, it just got really hard to kind of keep up with everything. So I haven't scheduled another one yet, but I do need to. I need to. This might be my motivation to to schedule one. I will. You have influenced me. All right, I think I'm gonna finish this guy now. We're just gonna finish some whips at the moment because I have all the pieces. They just need to be put together. I really wish that my webcam was a little bit lower. What can I do here to change this? I'm doing so good. That's incredible. That's awesome. You need to, when is your next one? I want to come and hang out. Okay, I just bookmarked it. I found you. That's so good that you're doing so well, though. I'm so excited for you. That's awesome. I love that they are kind of expanding the crochet and fiber arts category. I just think it's so much fun. I know like Morgan at LA Crochet, and I know Larissa over at Refined Vibes. I know they're both on Palm Street. I don't know of any other bigger creators that are over on Palm Street at the moment. Look, I'm gonna schedule one right now. Let me see if I can find a good picture for my You've influenced me. I'm scheduling it right as we speak, because if I don't do it now, I will forget. I wish I could find my OG one. Actually, sorry, I know this is riveting content. I was so surprised to do well because I don't have the following they have, but somehow I'm getting Palm Street pictures. That's so good. Yeah, there's a couple that have been repeats for me as well. And it's always really nice when people come in and support you like that. Here we go. Are they still doing Maker's Market on Saturdays? I can't sell them, so I enjoy them. Yeah, I've heard it's a massive pain to get everything certified to be able to sell over there. Okay, yeah, because I have a graphic here that's that says Maker's Market. So I'm going to use this graphic. I'm just changing a picture to a dragon. Okay, I'm doing it. This is riveting. I'm pretty sure you're talking about. Here's how I got on. Yes. I believe that's right, because I think I remember getting notified when you joined, because I guess you must have used my link or something. So it was like Alligator Goods joined Palm Street. Is a cool. Yeah, I agree. I do think it's good to not have your eggs all in one basket. I did, yes, thank you. I appreciate it. I used it to buy plants. actually bought, hold on. This one got a little sunburned, but because it was accidentally got moved into direct sunlight. But I got this guy from Palm Street with my credits. She's so pretty. Hers is Alligator Goods. I think it's the same. It's the same as her name on here. Yes, a pink princess. I love it so much. She's so pretty. It's turning me into a plant parent. It's so funny. I know. I have 2 monsteras. I have the pink princess. I have a snake plant. I have 3 pothos. I'm trying to think of what else. I have a fig, fiddly fig, and there's something else, but I can't think of what it is. Oh, what was I doing? Hold on. I got a fickle begonia, but I'm so proud of her journey, and now I'm ready for more. It's so funny. My monsteras are my pride and joy. I've had one of my monsteras for, easily 10 years, I think, 9 years. What is going on? Add cover. Where's the picture? Here it is. I got it. Yeah, definitely part of the family. I really like the swing plate with the glasses. I know, isn't that so cute? Let's do. I could do July 12th. I think I can do July 12th. I guess I can always move it. That's next Saturday. Okay, and I'm making it R. I always make mine R-rated because I feel like sometimes I swear by mistake and I don't want to get in trouble. Okay, I scheduled a show on Palm Street. Everybody clap. Ow, I just ran over my toe. Oh, I'm terrible. I have to really watch myself here on YouTube because I really don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. I have 3 plants there. Lucky you. That's funny. That's too funny. I know. I used to be terrible at taking care of plants, and I found that even succulents didn't stand a chance in my house. So I'm honestly amazed that any of these plants have made it. Especially like that one, she got put in the sun by mistake. I wonder if let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna try and shift my camera to a different POV. Let's try something here, if I can. Don't know how this is gonna work, but we're gonna try it. Oh my gosh, this is chaotic. Hold on. Need to flip. Chaos, 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 chaos. There's too much going on. We just cleaned my office out completely, but it's still chaotic in here. Okay. Let's shift everything out of the way so I don't knock anything over. Fiddly fig. I really like my fiddly fig. It keeps, the bottom leaves keep dropping off, and I can't quite figure out why. And I know fiddly figs are fairly sensitive, so it makes me wonder if there's something like related to is this gonna work? Oh, this is a cute angle. Not sure about this one. We might put it back. This is not a cute angle at all. No, we're going back. Sorry. I tried. You won't even be able to see anything anyways. Well, it's a little bit better, I guess. Hold on. It needs to be just like a hair higher, but I don't have anything else I can put it on at the moment. I have my computer. Because right now you're attached to my iPad. It's fine. It's fine. I don't mind. Yay! Thank you. Oh, did she actually leave a review? Wait. I didn't get notified that she left a review because I was so nervous about those. Okay, yeah. Just because I sent her a picture before I sent them off, and she didn't respond in time before I could ship, so I was really anxious that she wasn't going to like them. They took me forever. I'm never, ever, ever making dice again. At least not like that. If I make them again, it will be made with plush yarn, and that's just how it's going to be. I'm never doing it out of acrylic ever again. That was a nightmare, truly. Like the longest time my leaves will get all brown and ugly. And ever since then, it's been super green. That's really nice. Yeah, it's always difficult to tell what needs to change because, like, the brown leaves could be like overwatering, or it could be root bound, or it could be sunburned, or whatever. It's very annoying. You wish they could talk, tell you like, hey, I need to be watered. Oh man, I'm putting this on crooked. Am I? Heck yeah, I am. Plant light from my room. I never thought about using Chat GPT. That's actually genius. Like, you could literally upload a picture and say, hey, what's wrong with this plant? And I bet it would give you a couple of ideas. It may not be 100% accurate. Bye! Thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate it. Ugh, I'm mad I put this on crooked. Alright, let's try this again. I actually thought about using Palm Street to purge some of my craft supplies that I'm getting rid of. Thought that might be kind of fun. Yeah, because I had like I've sold a decent amount of it, but I bought a heat press from somebody several years ago, and I ended up getting, because it was like one of the really big industrial heat presses, and she gave me all of her like t-shirt business and stuff, like all of her supplies, because she just like shut her business down. And so I have so much like heat transfer vinyl, permanent vinyl, because she did like cups and decals and all that kind of stuff. And I've sold a decent amount, but I still have quite a lot left. I have a whole box still at our storage unit. And with us trying to like pay for all of these repairs and stuff, and I just found out that I'm gonna have to pay $1,000 to have my car fixed. Um, I was like, man, what can I do? Like, even if you just did like an auction for like $1 a piece, I feel like it might be worth it, but I don't know. Okay, let me catch up. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm gonna look into it because I definitely would like to. Um, I just like, it's one of those things I need to check and make sure. Like, I know people probably use it to destash, but I just want to make sure that I can actually sell that kind of stuff on there. Um, so tons of fabric and I bought a ton of random crafty. Yeah, I have a bunch of fabric. I am keeping all my fabric because I have something that I want to create for my business and like my markets and stuff to sell. Um, I almost got rid of it because with Joann's closing down, I like their fabric more than anywhere else that I've found, and the prices and stuff are affordable compared to like small business uh fabric shops, which I hate because I'd rather shop small than anything. But now that Michael's is selling Joann's fabric stuff, I'm picking back up the idea. So it's something that's on my to-do list. Sorry, I know I'm all over the place. My brain is having a hard time multitasking at the moment. Parfait chunky for, oh wait, hold on. Let me make sure. Last week I was looking into buying a new display and I sent ChatGPT my link. So I was like, which one would be best? Oh, that's a good idea. Destash Parfait chunky for $1 is gain. Man, I'm sad I missed that sale. I'm not sure about our garage doors at the moment. We can open them manually, so it's not really a priority at the moment. So we're gonna put that off for as long as we can. Just monetarily wise, we can't just do all of it in one go. It just doesn't. It's not feasible. So we've left the garage doors at the moment, and we're going to do our landscaping first to get that situated while it's still like sunny and whatever out. And then from there, we've got to have this tree taken down. The tree is like going to be the biggest expense. I think the tree is going to cost us more than if we had to replace the garage doors, which is insane to think about. But unfortunately, I think that is the case here. So we're trying to get a couple of estimates for the tree and kind of go from there. But yeah, garage door has kind of fallen on the back burner in the moment. But I'm really hoping that we'll just end up paying for like a small repair on the garage doors. I think one is just like a wiring connection has come loose somewhere, but I'm not comfortable enough to try and deal with that. And then the other one, we're not sure. We have a feeling it got struck by lightning at some point because it was working fine one weekend and then all of a sudden it went out and we realized that we had had a pretty bad thunderstorm a couple days prior. Um, so I'm gonna run out of yarn. Playing a little bit of yarn chicken to get this thing closed up. But yeah, since we can open it manually, we're not really worried about the garage doors at the moment. And oh, that's so sad. Yeah, I think it was last year. Yeah, last year we had the same tree. The top of it fell off and it hit the house and we had to have insurance fix it. It could have been a lot worse. We've been extremely lucky. So that was the first incident. And then towards the end of last year, I was updating my market displays and I was spray painting my wooden crates. And for some reason, I picked up all of my supplies and moved to somewhere else. And not even 5 minutes later, a ginormous limb came tumbling out of the tree right where I had originally been sitting. So that could have been really bad. And then over last weekend, my fiance was out there doing yard work, and I was in here working on, I think it was actually working on some YouTube stuff, and I heard this huge crash, and it sounded like a shelving unit or something had fallen in our garage. It made such a racket, and I ran outside because I knew she was out there. I ran outside to go down the stairs because we go like outside and down to our garage versus like going out the garage door. And yeah, another limb fell, hit the same spot on the roof that we had repaired by insurance last year. Fortunately, it just dented the gutter, but after that I was like, that's it. Like I can't do it. Like she had literally just walked into the garage door and it fell after she walked through. So again, super crazy lucky. And after that I was like, that's it. I can't do this anymore. Like we've been putting it off because it's probably going to cost us $8,000 to $10,000 to have it taken down, because of the sheer size of it, the location, because it's maybe 15 feet from the house. So, and they're going to have to crane it to get it down, I think, unfortunately. I think that's going to be the only safe way to do it. So, yeah, after that, I was like, nope, no more. I'm not doing it anymore. It's got to come down. I was really hoping to put it off. And then, like, the next people that buy this house, we just offer to pay for half of it to have it taken down if they'd split the cost, just to lessen the financial load on us. But I can't. I don't know when we're going to end up moving, and I just don't want to risk it. Isn't it crazy? We had right outside this window. I don't know if any of you guys were around on TikTok when I used to go live on TikTok. Destiny, you might have been. Were you in that live when they were taking this tree down out front? I don't know. I know you've been around for a while, but when they took that tree down, we had that tree down and then another tree over here on the side of the house taken down last year. And that cost us, I think, only like $2,000 to take both trees down. But it was just like this old man and his, I think, nephew or something. And I mean, they had like a bobcat, and I mean, they were professional and they had insurance and stuff. But it was just like a 2-man operation. Came and took these 2 trees down. And this time, unfortunately, we're gonna have to like bring in the army to get this other one taken down, which is such a bummer. They're so beautiful. I bought this house because of the trees. Or I wanted to buy this house because of the trees, but it's very quickly proving to have been a mistake. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Someone just went by on one of the riding lawnmowers with a trailer attached to the back of it with a bunch of little kids inside. That's so cute. Anyways, I got the body done. And now the head. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to the tree. So if you hear me complain about anything on YouTube, it's more than likely because of that. Because we just have to pay for all of this stuff. Because we have the landscaping is costing us $2,500, I think. Hi, how are you, friend? And then my car is $1,000 to have it repaired. The tree is probably going to be, I'm hoping it'll be closer to the $8,000, but like, I mean, it's just like, it's like piling it on. And then I joked in my last, not the video on Monday, but the video before that, I think, about our washing machine. Was it this past video? It might have been this past video. Our washing machine all of a sudden was giving us an error message because it wouldn't drain the water. And I was like, oh, just add it to the list of things that need to be fixed. We were able to fix it ourselves, but I was laughing at that point because I was like, this is just absolutely comical now at this point. It's just such a pain. Owning a house is like a nightmare. Movie night, watch the money. That would probably make me feel better. Truly. It's just ridiculous, honestly. And it's like we're both ready to move on from this house too, but obviously we can't sell the house without fixing and dealing with all the problems, obviously. So it's all just, and oh, not to mention 2 years ago, our entire HVAC system went out. Heating and cooling, the whole 9 yards. And we have a dual system, so we've got 2 of every piece of equipment to keep our house cold or hot in the winter. And we had to replace the whole shebang, the whole thing. That was 2 years ago. It really is. Like, I mean, I understand because it's like it's a risky profession. So I understand that you're paying a premium because of the risk, but good Lord. I mean, it is truly insane how expensive it is. I'm not looking forward to it, that's for sure. Unfortunately, it's got to happen. Oh, hi. You moved. What are you doing down there? Everybody want to say hi to Rosie? I don't know if my camera's going to reach. She moved. She's like, please don't put me on camera. You want to say hi to everybody? She hates being on camera. I didn't hear her get up. I like turned around and was like, oh, where'd she go? Gosh, I really wish I could play music. It'd be so nice right now. It's so quiet. I guess that's one thing about going live on here versus going live on like TikTok or whatever. I used to love going live on TikTok. It just changed. I was super consistent at the big. I just crocheted or sewed my hair into my project. I was super consistent for a long time last year, and I went from like 1,200 followers on TikTok starting at the beginning of the year last year to maybe it was the year before. I honestly don't. I think it was last year. Yeah. To I think I grew to over 7,000 in a matter of I think it was like 3 months or something insane. It was crazy. Like every time I went live, I would have like 100 to 200 people watching and hanging out and just chatting, and it was always a really good time. I met some really really awesome people. I actually think that's where Destiny and I originally met was on TikTok. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Um, but like once they introduced TikTok Shop, originally it was fine. But I think they leaned into it because they were making money off of it. So I'm not saying like anything negative about it really. But they leaned into the TikTok Shop because they were making money off of it and people were making money, things were selling, it was doing really well. And so every time I got on live after a certain point, it was like if I mentioned a brand name, like, and I don't know what was actually triggering it, but if I was live and I was saying like, oh, this is Bernat Blanket Yarn, or oh, this is Premier Parfait Chunky, or like if I mentioned anything, all of a sudden it would pop up and it would be like, hey, your live is restricted because and it was most of the time it was because they assumed I was promoting my own business, and I never really was. I was just on there crocheting and hanging out and chatting. I was never like saying, oh, go click the link to my bio or whatever, because I wasn't really big on like Etsy or anything like that at that point. And every time it happened, every single time I went live, and you get restricted, and that means it stops pushing your videos out to people. So after it started happening, I don't know if the algorithm like stopped showing my account to anybody, but my lives went from 100 to 200 people to basically the size that this video is, like this YouTube live is right now. So it was like less than 20 people would come in. I wasn't seeing the growth anymore. My videos weren't getting any reach anymore. I went from like a couple thousand views on my videos to like less than 100 or less than 300 views on my videos. And so it just got really, really frustrating. And I just simply stopped getting on. I put up with it for about a month and a half, thinking that, oh, maybe it's just like the times are changing or whatever. And it just never improved after that point. So I stopped. I wouldn't mind getting back on there because I did really love going live on TikTok. It was a lot of fun. But I don't know. It's just one of those things. It is a bummer. Yay! Second whip is finished. That's exciting. I do have another anchor to work on, but I don't think I'm going to do that right now. So yeah, it is what it is. But that's kind of like what pushed me to like YouTube, was like, well, maybe I just need to start like, because I really liked being like filming long form content. Long form content is kind of like my comfort zone. I really like doing, I hate short form. I don't like doing reels. I don't like doing shorts. Like, I'm having to force myself. Hi. Hey, I wanted to message you and ask you because I know you ordered my pattern from my website. Were you able to access it? When I saw your name come up, I meant to message you on Instagram and I completely forgot. Because I had a few people, or I think I had 2 people go and get one of my patterns from my website, and the other person I didn't recognize. So I keep meaning to ask you. But yeah, TikTok was a really big bummer. I really loved TikTok, and I had like a really great community on TikTok. Like, people would come back every time I was live, and it was just a really good time. And unfortunately, it just didn't happen anymore. So, okay. I gotta figure out what I want to make. I am going to move this camera back because I need to use my iPad, and I'm going to be knocking my iPad. So, well, there we go. It's a little bit better. I'll just be cutting off the top of my head. But at least you guys can see what I'm doing now. Hi. I don't know why you're tired. You haven't done anything today. Okay, so I have some snugglers that I could make. Like, Mama made Minnie's bear snuggler I need to restock. Possum snuggler I need to restock. Ay, ay, ay. I'm feeling very, not uninspired, but kind of. Rim divider pegboard. Ooh, I've been wanting to get a big pegboard like that. Where did you get yours from? I have 4 bookmarks on Palm Street already. That's exciting. I know. I have 2 hanging plants That and the metal grids. Yeah, I really like the metal grids, I can't lie. But I would really, really like a pegboard. I thought about for my next big market it's November. Well, I have one in October 11th, I think, that I'm trying to get into, and then I have one of my bigger markets November 8th this year, and I thought about adding a second space, like getting 2 booth spaces so I can like really go nuts, because I want to do crochet notions, like stitch markers. I think y'all have seen these before, but I've been making stitch markers and I want to have those. I want to have crochet, like crochet hook pouches, like mini pouches, zipper pouches, and then crochet kits. I want to have some crochet kits. So those are like some of the things that are on the back burner, and I've thought about having a second booth space to expand and have extra space to have all of this stuff. Oh, what do I make, you guys? I don't know. I do have a couple of new showstopper ideas that I'm really excited about. Let me show you. Like charms. Yeah, definitely. I'll probably like plants for palmistry. I don't have an in-person. My next in-person market is not till August. It's like August. I don't remember the date. I haven't signed up for it yet, but I think it's August 16th is my next in-person market, but I have that Palm Street market next week. It's a 2-day market in the end of October, and I would like to do one in November, maybe one in September, but I have to find the day. See, I've had plants the last 2 shows that I've done, and I haven't sold a single one on Palm Street. And I sold out of them. Well, I have 2 of the car ones left from my last market, but that's it. Yeah, I don't know. I made Minnie's Crochet Friends, I think. I made her look at Rosie just staring. What is she doing? Why are you staring at me? You okay? Yeah, I don't know. I did 2 of those, the crochet plants. I actually had 3. Okay, no, that's a lie. I did sell 1 on Palm Street. I sold, I think I had an agave plant or something, and that sold on Palm Street when I had it. But the others I just sat on. So I don't know what the deal was there. Your first big craft fair. Oh, that's exciting. I've never done a 2-day before. All of mine have been single day. That's so fun. We don't really have 2-day markets here. There's one that is a 2-day market, and you have to apply and get approved by the jury. They have a judge jury to get in, and I've heard it's very difficult to get into it. Okay, what was I doing? I was going to show you guys my next show stopping patterns. I usually do like dragon or I had Toothless for a while, and that sold a couple of markets ago. Um, but I'm really excited about these. So since we're about to, like, my next market is August 16th. So this is what I'm planning on doing because we'll be getting into fall. But it's Clubs the Clown by Creature Made. So that's gonna be one of them. And then I really, really want to do this one. It's by the same pattern designer, but the Plague Doctor. I thought those would be really, really fun for my fall markets as showstoppers. So I'm excited about those. Sold the plants. Yes, I was excited that I sold the plants at my last market. They one sold fairly early and then the other one sold right at the end as we were packing up. You just sign up and you show up. Interesting. I hope it goes well though. 130 for 2 days is really not bad. The market that I just had, that venue is 125 and it's 5 hours long. So it's like $25 an hour to set up there. So 130 for 2 days. Do Toothless because, oh, that's right. The movie did just come out, didn't it? Sorry, it was bothering me that my head was cut off. I'm excited for you. I need to watch your YouTube videos. I know. I freaking love those. I saw that somebody posted those in a crochet group I'm in on Facebook. And I was like, oh my gosh, those are so incredible. They're going to take forever and probably going to have to charge a lot of money for them. But I'm not mad about it. I'm excited. So I want to make at least one of each of those. I'm excited for fall. I have so many pumpkins and stuff left over from last year. So my next market, I guess I'll probably end up having all my fall stuff. So I probably do need to prepare for that. What is everyone's like go-to fall item? Right. This is it. All right, we're going to pick something here. I don't know that I want to make anything giant at the moment. We could do, where's my little, I could do this. I haven't done this in a while. A lot of knitting machine made pumpkins. Yeah, I've seen those. I crochet most of my pumpkins, but my machine knit beanies do really, really well. Should we draw a random pattern or should I just pick something from my to-do list? I do have some custom orders that I could get done. You know, I did buy some new patterns too. I bought the Bonnie Bunny. Ooh, that's exciting. That's awesome. People, I will tell you the funniest thing, and it cracks me up every single time on YouTube. People will inhale market content. Those videos where I talk about my sales and how much money I made and all of that, they perform well and above every other video I post. I did like I mean, a lot of them have kind of slowly increased as time has gone on, but the one where I did like the 5 things that I take to markets every time or whatever it was, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I think. That one was at like 450 views before I posted the one on Monday. And within the first 24 hours, I had 1,200 views on the market one that I posted Monday. It is funny. Like, I would love to post other content, especially because I don't do markets every weekend. So my market recap videos are very few and far between. But yeah, that seems to be what people want to consume is market content, which is fine. I mean, okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. I got Shop Mod Threads. I bought her Bonnie the Bunny. Oops, wrong button. Nope, go back. I was watching your first market. Hey! Fun. What am I doing here? So I could make a baby Bonnie the Bunny or a big Bonnie the Bunny. Or I have all of the Kinder Knots patterns because I pattern tested the elephant for her and I bought all of the others because I loved it so much. I could make one of those. I think let's do a baby Bonnie the Bunny. What color should I do? Shorts. Yeah, my shorts are doing really, really well too. I think the last short I posted, it was of a Mama Made Minis, the deer knotted plushie. It got like 7,000 views, which is the most I've ever gotten on anything. And it's my least favorite thing to do is short form content. I do not like short form at all. Let's see. Okay, I think I know what colors I'm gonna do. I think I need a color for the paws, for the body, and for the face. So I need 3 colors. Got it. I'm gonna do 2. The jar. I only just saw that. You commented that a minute ago, didn't you? I'm gonna make this first, and then we can do the jar if I have time. It's only 10:30 though, so I should be fine. But I'm gonna do these 2 colors, body, and then the face and paws in cream, I think. Hi, Jean. Thank you so much for stopping in to say hi. I appreciate it. I hope you have an absolutely lovely day. 5, 7, and 8. I've got an 8. So I need a 5. I'm so far behind on like getting caught up on all of the YouTube. I'm probably like 2 or 3 weeks behind. So okay. I don't have a stitch marker over here. Now, I had a giant container of stitch markers. Where have they all gone? Anybody else lose their stitch markers all the time? Found them. Does anybody have any fun plans for the 4th of July? I don't. We might try and find some fireworks to go watch somewhere, but we don't generally do much for the 4th of July. Oh, are you lagging? We can usually see Disney and SeaWorld. Oh, wow. I bet Disney fireworks on the 4th are pretty crazy. I bet they're incredible. I need to get my haven't been to Disney in forever. Honeymoon is amazing. I'm gonna take my kids, but I want to make sure that they're. Yeah, that's like taking small kids there would be tricky. I think, especially with just with all the people in general. Um, yeah, my fiance is not into theme parks at all. So, um, because I really want to go to Orlando and do like Harry Potter World. Because I am a huge like I grew up with Harry Potter. So, but she won't go with me, and it makes me very sad. Who, me? You talking to me, Teresa? Um, no plans for the 4th. Gonna go to the movies, and my girls are gonna have like a slumber. Oh, that's so fun! Booking your trip for a special event. Ooh, fun! Free unlimited food and drink, and after. Ooh, send me the details, please, because that's super fun. I'm not in the theme parks at all. I do not like roller coasters. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I love roller coasters. I'm absolutely petrified of heights, but I love roller coasters. But you couldn't get me on something like Tower of Terror. Oh, how fun! We go every way. Will you message me, Teresa? Because if I get it, like my mom and sister would probably go with me. I don't know that my fiance would, but I can try. That'd be so fun. Maybe for my birthday. Like that would be my birthday present. My birthday is in October. So I can just be like, this is all I want for my birthday. Just buy me tickets to this and it'll be fine. Oh, I bet. I bet it is. Oh, I'm marking off the wrong. Okay. Ah! There it goes. Just dropping everything now. Man, what would you do for a Shrek themed, like a Shrek theme park? That's so interesting to me. Maybe like a little like dewlock area with the little puppets that show their butts. That'd be fun. Gosh, I haven't seen Shrek in forever. Whoa. Okay, I gotta focus. What's happening here? This is so weird. There's a new Shrek at Universal, and there's a pond We have the same sense of humor, and I love it. I'm here for it. I tried to play Shrek 2, and it broke our DVD player, and now it's stuck. Oh no! I really didn't want you watching it. Okay. Last. This is going to be so cute. It's got such a weird shape, but I really like it. It's so cute. This would make a really good, like, butt cheek pattern, too. Like, if you wanted something to have butt cheeks. I think I can fix off that color now. Now I've got the Duloc song stuck in my head. Duloc is a perfect place. I love that movie. Ooh, round 12. Oops. Wait, go back. Wrong. Got myself confused. You're crocheting that. Yeah, I am. Sometimes crocheting too fast is to my own demise. Okay, I have a moment to tell you about it. It's 4:01 for 2 parks, 2 nights, Friday, Saturday. You get to go in 2 hours before the park closes, stay until 1. With no lines, eating all the food and drink you want, no limits. It's amazing. Our Christmas tree. That's so fun. Wait. That's so cool. Actually, now that you say that, though, I feel like I recently saw somebody on TikTok post about that. That's so fun. I have to bring it up to my fiance and see. That would be so fun to do. That's how I feel about the main element doing so good, and then the increase and decrease. Yeah, until you get used to that pattern, it's very confusing. We end up just hanging out and dying in an alley at the end alone. Like, we're in the world. Ah! That sounds incredible. Gosh, my friend Maddie would go with me. If she was in here, she would go. That would be so fun. I know my mom and sister would for sure go. I don't know that it's really feasible for us this year. Just because of all the expenses we have coming up. But I will definitely have to keep it in mind for the future. If we didn't have anything big right now, like this stupid tree, then I would totally, I'd be whipping out all the high value bribes. Like, I know you don't like theme parks, but hear me out. Yeah, it's a lot. And we're like, in September, we're going to the UK for a week and a half. It's already booked. We booked that months ago, but that's going to be an expensive trip because we're going to get we're splitting a vehicle rental and food and all that kind of stuff too. So, and then we did Maine. We did Maine in May, which was expensive, more expensive than I was expecting to go to Maine. Maine is a very expensive place. um, November and December are also like my busiest and best markets. Like last year, my best market was in December, and I think it was in December. It was like almost $2,000 in sales. So I can't afford to skip some of the December or November markets. Oh my gosh. Come on. Empty, yeah, I can totally understand that. We used to, being in Atlanta, I worked for Whitewater, which is, I don't know if it's like a universally known um, thing, but it's owned by Six Flags. So when I worked, I was a lifeguard for them for one summer, one single solitary summer, because it was literally the worst job ever. And um, I got 2 free tickets per month to go to either Whitewater or to Six Flags, and then free parking pass anytime I went. And so I spent a lot of time that year at Six Flags, and it is miserable when it's like hot and packed because the lines are just insane. February, March. See, I would do February or March. Sacrificing a good holiday. Yeah. That's the struggle. Yeah, I would not do one in June. Not a chance. Alright. There's the head. Very unique shape. I like it. It's very cute. I'm excited to see this finished. I've never made this pattern before, so. Yeah, I feel like it's such a toss-up because usually here in June, it's not like, I mean, it's hot, but it's not unbearable, and it was pretty unbearable this year. It was so hot. We have a water park owned by Six Flags called Hurricane Harbor, but I've heard of Hurricane Harbor. But yeah, that job had really good benefits. It was just a terrible job. No, this one was not in my jar. I actually bought this one after I created my jar. I got both the Bonnie patterns. Hold on, I'll tell you what I got. I got the baby Bonnie, which is what I'm making now. I got the regular Bonnie. I bought the Kinder Knots. I bought her 4 patterns. The most recent one's the Safari pack. So Mojito the monkey, Lexi the lion, Kay the koala, and Elliot the donkey. I got her patterns because I tested the elephant for her. So I bought all of those. And then I got Blossom the Dragon by Dr. Choco Crochet because I did her free mini Spark the Dragon and I really liked it. And then I got Loops to Lovey's zebra pattern. So I still have absolutely zero self-control. Saying I wish I did like lifeguarding or something in high school. Yeah, I will say lifeguarding was probably the best gig that I had. I made a lot of money doing that. And after I worked at Whitewater, I got a job with like my neighborhood pool. The company that staffed the lifeguards at our neighborhood pool, I got a job with them. And so obviously like I was super close to home for the job, and I made a lot of money doing it because you're paid pretty handsomely as a lifeguard. And I did that for years in high school and through college. And then I ended up becoming the supervisor at the pool as well. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I really liked it. I enjoyed it a lot, especially when I was like the lead or the head lifeguard, I guess I should say. I don't know. But I got to like do like monthly training. I set up schedules. I really enjoyed that aspect of it. And of course, like being out in the sun and all that too was a nice bonus. Subway and Outback. I have never had a retail job or restaurant. Like I've never worked in the food industry. My sister did. My sister worked at she worked in, where did she work? She worked at a restaurant for a long time. I was a lifeguard in high school and now I'm still a lifeguard. That's funny. That's understandable. My sister had some very interesting run-ins when she was a waitress. And she worked with some very questionable people as well. I wanted to be a bartender in college, like really bad. But I never got the cojones to do it. I was a hostess and I had to go because they tried making me a server, but I made more money to go. That's fantastic. Oh, see, it worked out then. It was a good job to have. Not to get like crazy philosophical here, but like, does anybody ever think about like if you had made just one different decision, like what your life would look like? Because I'm sitting here, I went to the University of Alabama. I went out of state for college, and if I hadn't gotten a full academic scholarship to go to Alabama, I never would have gone because I couldn't afford it. And then I never would have met my fiance because she lived near the college that I went to, and that's how we met, was there. And it's just like insane to think about, like, if I hadn't gone to Alabama for school, who would I have met? Like, would I have met anybody? Like, where would I be right now? Like, oh, I do too. Yeah, I think it's very interesting to me. Like, in an alternate universe, um, I made a decision to go elsewhere for college, and I'm in a totally different part of my life. I have not. I have not seen that, no. But yeah, I think about it constantly. Okay, I'll add it to my list. I'm always looking for new things to watch, so. You and your husband grew up in the same neighborhood in elementary. That's insane. Is that not crazy? It's just like you probably passed each other on the street somewhere or at like a store at some point in your life, like in your childhood. You probably passed, but you didn't actually meet, you know? That's insane. I think about it too and how I should have changed. I know. I try not to live with too many regrets because I recognize that like I wouldn't be the person that I am or in this like I'm very fortunate. Um I have a really really good job. That's really the only way I can do craft shows and stuff. Like I could not do this full time as of right now. I can't afford my lifestyle off of the income I make crocheting, and I'm extremely fortunate in that I have that. But it's always like in the back of my head, like if I had gone to a different school, would I have gone into a different career, or like if I had taken a different class in high school, would I have gone into something else? I don't know. It's just like really crazy. My husband and met on the school bus in middle school. It's crazy. That is so crazy, isn't it? It's insane to think about. It's like a true little meet cute. It's so I love it. It blows my mind when I think I know. If I really think about it too hard, it makes my brain explode. So need to give up typing. Typing on the iPad is hard. I had to buy a keyboard for mine. Anything else? Yeah, I went into. Did I just do? Hold on. What did I just do? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Okay, I got it. I'm back on track. I lost my place in the pattern for a second. I I went into engineering. That was like I originally wanted to be an architect. And when I went to college, they didn't have an architecture program. So I chose something that was like architecture adjacent and went into civil engineering. And I don't necessarily have regrets because I have a very good job with very good benefits and I work with some really amazing people. And I get paid well for what I do, but it's just like, I don't know, it's hard for me because I'm a very creative person. I always have been. And I do get to stretch the creativity limbs, I guess, at my job sometimes, but it's so technical that it's kind of hard for me to enjoy. And that was kind of where, like in 2020, when everything was closed down, I was working from home because we couldn't go to the office and like all that kind of stuff. Um, I picked up crocheting and I was like, man, this is like really scratching my creative itch. Like, this is, I guess, I don't really know how to word it, but it was like really striking and like something good in my brain and my body. Like, my mental health improved. And when I started trying to like while I was at home, I was still getting paid a full-time salary. So it kind of gave me the opportunity to branch out and really focus on starting a small business. And now, this is not the first small business I've ever owned. I had a women's boutique for a while, fun facts, and that was a flop and a half. That was terrible. Um, so like I started trying to explore like how could I make money. And a lot of people will sit there and say like don't turn a hobby you really enjoy into a job because you'll end up hating it. And I'm just like, man, I am 5.5 years into this and I'm still obsessed. Like, I can't sit on my couch and just watch TV or whatever. Like, I have to be crocheting something. Like, I can't not do it. And now that I've like really honed in my market selection and figuring out what works for me as far as markets, I'm now shifting gears to the online stuff. So I'm trying to write more patterns, which has been a complete flop this year. My goal at the beginning of the year was to write one new pattern every month because I really want to start a Patreon thing and do like free patterns and all of that kind of stuff on Patreon. And I just haven't, like, I don't want to start it until I can make it worth it for people to actually join the Patreon, if that makes sense. But and unfortunately I just don't have enough hours in the day because I work from 7 to 4 during the week, except for Fridays. Fridays I work from 7 to 11, which is a blessing. But just trying to work out a way to make enough money to afford the way that we live. Now, we don't live above our means by any stretch of the imagination. Like, I save money like crazy. We're very frugal. Like, we do eat out occasionally, but like we I don't spend money unless I absolutely have to. Like, I have times where I get like the itch to go shopping and I can spend a decent chunk, but it's not very frequent that that happens. Um, so it's just like the money that I make doing crochet wouldn't even cover my bills. So it's like not even close, even with like my markets and stuff. So it's like, it's hard because when I get off at 4, I have a 30 to 45-minute commute home. And then by the time I get home, it's almost 5 o'clock. I've got to feed the dogs. Then I've got to feed myself. And by the time I'm done with all that, I'm exhausted because I get up at 5 to get to work. So during the week, it's really hard for me to get anything crochet related done. So really the weekends and like holidays when we have long weekends or whatever, like tomorrow I'm off work, obviously. So I don't know. It's just like, and I keep on trying to come up with, like, my fiance calls them my harebrained schemes because I'm always coming up with like new ideas of things that I want to introduce to my business. Like I tried apparel. The apparel completely flopped. I just don't think I picked the right thing. I don't know if I've shown you guys the apparel. I can go grab one if you want to see it. But I tried embroidery apparel. I would like to do some apparel at some point, but I've got to kind of figure that out first before I do all that. But it's just like, I don't know. It's so hard because I am really, really awful at comparing myself to others. And I see these accounts like Jenna, Crochet by Jenna, um, Morgan over LA Crochet. Like LA Crochet literally took off. I mean, she started after I started my YouTube channel and she just like exponentially grew. And I was sitting here watching and it's just like, well, what does she have that I don't have? Like, I don't know. And I always try to tell myself, like, comparison is the thief of joy, and it's true, but it's really hard not to. So I don't know. I have a really hard time. And like, if one of my videos doesn't perform very well on YouTube, I'm just like, well, what did I do wrong? Like, like, all you people want to watch is me talking about how much money I make, which, okay, fine, fair enough. But like, if I suddenly got to the point where I'm making a bunch of money a month, I don't necessarily want to share that because I don't want to put someone else watching my content into the position that I'm in now. I don't want other people to see me being crazy successful and say, well, I only made $32 at my last market. And I'm just and I don't know. I just don't want to make people feel bad watching my content. And I'm sure at some point I will probably cut back on the financial content a little bit. But right now it's the only thing that performs well. So it's so hard. I don't know. Let me catch up on comments. That was the longest rant. 9 to 5 jobs in finance, but I would do crochet full time if I could get it to pay the bills. Yeah, I've told myself that if I could get, and I'm nowhere close to this right now, so I've got a long way to go as far as like growing my crochet stuff. But I told myself if I could replace half of my income with my side hustle, then I could start thinking about quitting my job. And I'm just like thinking, like, I'm not gonna like say, oh, I made half of my income, I'm going to walk into my job, put my 2 weeks in and dip out. Like, that's not, like, I can't do that. I can't do a big change like that. So even if I were to make, I'm not going to come anywhere close this year. My goal this year was like 30 grand. That's not half of what I make. And I'm not coming anywhere close to making that unless the second half of the year is like crazy good. I've got a video coming up of my second quarter business recap, like my pulse check. I did a first quarter. And I want to keep doing that just to kind of keep myself accountable and just stick to my goals. But I don't know. It's just been a really, really tough time because I don't hate my job, but I don't enjoy it. And if any of my coworkers are watching, which I mean, they wouldn't be. Sorry. I love all the people I work with. I have so many unreleased patterns because I have no time to build a social media presence. You don't even need to do that though. I would literally, like, I kid you not, most of my patterns have been flops. The Rhino did really, really well. It only takes one pattern to just kind of take off. Just post them. Just post your unpublished patterns. Start like I'm trying to be better about posting video content leading up to a new pattern. Like my next one is, I actually have all the pieces here. This is my next pattern. It's an axolotl. But just post them. Just do it. Sometimes, like, I mean, I'm terrified. I'm scared to post my patterns because I don't like the feeling of not selling anything. So, a very creative person and crochet has changed my mental. Yes, craft therapy is a real thing, and it's better than retail therapy, in my opinion. I don't even know how you're able to do a YouTube channel. I've been trying and failing. Girl, I don't even know. I have no tips for you on how to do a YouTube channel with my schedule, truly. Like, honestly, if I had kids, there's no way. If I had kids, there's no stinking way I could have a YouTube channel. With everything else I've got going on, there's no way. Just not a chance. You can't quit your job, you literally, yeah. Yeah, that $10,000 of household and car stuff is really a damper on things, truly. It's really putting a damper on it. Honest truth is I can't watch Jenna or Ellie, and you're a breath of fresh air and authenticity for me. And this may be a very polarizing opinion. I love Crochet by Jenna. Okay, I think she's a wonderful person. I think she's super sweet. I like her patterns, but I feel like every single video is a promotion video now, which, like, she's so huge now. I'm sure her manager or whatever gets bombarded with requests for collaborations, but it does get to be quite a lot when you're consuming somebody's content and it's just like constantly pushing products. I mean, I don't get that many offers. I actually have a collaboration that I'm working on right now for a thermal printer. I've agreed to do it because it sounds better than one of the other collaborations I've done. But I don't know. It's just like, it's hard. Katie, Celestial Homebody. I don't think I've watched her. Money just came up because with a crochet, it told me that the monetization can be epic. So I was gonna ask. So I'll give you my numbers right now. You guys know I am so upfront and forward about everything. I will give you my numbers right now. Let me get into my YouTube studio. Hold on. So I have been posting videos. Hold on. Like, I'm happy to answer any questions. I will not gatekeep information. I don't care. So my first crochet vlog was posted 9 months ago. So I've been doing, wow, 9 months is insane. Hold on. When was that posted? September 30th. I need to write that down because I'm going to have to do something fun for my 1-year anniversary. Please hold, because I did not realize I was at 9 months. Almost. Pen. No pen. Pen. Okay, so September 30th was my first ever. Go back. Shoot, I hit the wrong button. Let's see. How can I see? Can I see my totals? Okay. So September 30th was the first ever video. My first payout from YouTube was on March 30th. So that's 6 months. It took me 6 months to get a payout because their threshold is $100. And it was $127.71. My next payout after that was getting a little bit better, was on May 21st. So it took me less than 2 months to get another payout. And that was $135.90. And then I just got over the threshold for another payment for $108.58. So what is that? 3 less than $400 in 9 months. So take that for what it's worth. I have a very small account. So, I mean, this last video, I'll give you a little bit of stats. Hold on. So the video on Monday, it was posted 2 days and 14 hours ago. It's got 1,500 views on it. And as of this second right now, I've made $18.03 off of it. And that's just from YouTube ads. And it's gotten me 41 subscribers. I will say, like, the clickbait of, and mine's not clickbait because I wasn't lying, but like the fact that I said like I made over $1,000, like that is what brings people in. They really like that kind of stuff. They're like, oh, $1,000, like what can I do to make $1,000 at a market? I have found that anything I do that posts or has some type of clickbaity type title or something that people really are interested in, like I'm thinking my pattern release made me $2,000, or I don't know, like something like that. That's what brings people in to watch your content. So that's why that video specifically is doing super, super well. Like, I mean, $18 off of one video is actually quite a lot in 2 days. Let me see the other one. Let me find a different video. The video before that is 9 days and 18 hours old with 700 views on it. And, oh, crud. Wrong one again. Hit the wrong button. And I've only made $10.68 off of that. And it's been over a week. So it's just kind of, I mean, it's one of those things. Shorts also will make you money. Obviously not as much. But the deer one has almost 6,500 views on it. And I've made 42 cents. So yeah. It makes money, and I can see, like, if you got, like, I don't know, I feel like for every, I don't really know. It's hard to gauge, like, how much money I make per video because they're all just so vastly different. But I would imagine, like, if I make $18 off of 1,500 views on a video, I can only imagine somebody getting 15,000 views and 10 timesing that. I mean, that's, what is that, $180 for a video in a couple of days? So there's definitely a lot of money in it. Oh, there's a piece of plastic in my coffee. Rip. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it, and it's mostly because, like, I am not a social media person. I don't really keep up with trending sounds or, like, trends of what people are doing or anything like that, and I get very discouraged when a video doesn't perform very well, so it's just like, I like most crochet content, just not market sales. Not just market sales. Yeah, I do too. I will consume any crochet content. I really enjoy watching, like, challenge videos because they're very easy for me to kind of check out and crochet to. I gave up applying for pattern tests unless you're a content creator with a decent following. I will agree with that. I have found that I myself have been picked because of the fact that I have a YouTube channel, even though it's a small YouTube channel. I do think that does influence pattern writers. I try really hard to get a mix. Because obviously as a pattern designer, I want my pattern to sell. So, but I do try, like, every time I have a pattern test, I try to choose people from across the board, even if, like, as long as you post crochet content and you're consistently posting, like, I wouldn't, like, put you above others just because you don't have a big following. I don't agree with that kind of stuff. I think it's kind of unfair because people just starting out their social, like, maybe they've been crocheting for 10 years and they only just started a crochet account, you know. I don't know, I think it limits the level of talent that you could potentially have testing your pattern, when you just leave it up to followers. So I try not to, but I will say that when I check accounts that have applied for my pattern tests, I do look at the number of followers, but I don't let that be the only reason I pick somebody. Like, if they have a lot of followers, but they're not, like, their content itself is not quality, I won't pick that person. Because there's no telling how they got those followers. Like, I want somebody who has a really organic following. So, I don't know. Just my thoughts. Oh, you were around from the beginning? That's so cool. I love that. Oh, I think they're good numbers too. I'm definitely not complaining at all because it's $400 over the last 9 months that I wouldn't have had without this YouTube channel. So, and without all of you guys. So, so it's just kind of. I definitely thought I was going to be farther along in this than I am. I keep getting distracted, but it's fine. It's not that important. I like challenge videos right now. There is to share the love of it. How is my Stacy makes and just having people share 5 free patterns on your channel. Yeah, I've been challenged twice for that. Christine at What's Up Cupcake and is it Shannon? I think. Hold on. I think her name is Shannon. At Case and Crochet. They both have challenged me to that, and I'm picking my patterns that I'm gonna do, and that's gonna be my next YouTube video, and then obviously I'll post it on Instagram too. But yeah, I've been challenged twice for that one. I just haven't had time. It's so hard. I was gonna film it today, but my fiance is coming back from the beach, and she's gonna be back sooner than I thought, in like an hour. So I didn't really have time to sit down and film it before she got home. So I'm saving it for this weekend. I don't know who I'm going to challenge because I feel like everybody's done it at this point. I feel like I'm so far behind. Because Shannon challenged me like 2 weeks ago, and then Christine challenged me in her most recent video. In November, it was nothing before. Okay. Was that a response from when I asked if we met on TikTok? I know you said you were lagging pretty bad. I honestly can't remember now. My days and weeks just kind of meshed together at this point. Oh, did I make another sale on Etsy? What just happened? That's weird. Have y'all ever had an order on Etsy? Me. Not paid? That's weird. I've never seen that before. Because I just got a message and it was like, here are some photos for reference for my custom love cat. And I was like, I didn't get a notification that I made a sale, so I was really confused. So now I guess it's awaiting payment. Bizarre. Like, I've had things bounce back before, but it's never said, like, not paid like that. It usually just cancels it. Took you 30 minutes to attach the ears. The ears were very confusing the first time I did that pattern. The first time I did it, I attached mine backwards. Don't ask me how, but I did. I feel like I skipped. Oh, there it goes. It went through. I sewed one leg onto a Garfield plushie this whole time. Ooh, Garfield plushie sounds so cute. Yeah, I've gone on so many rants that I've gotten distracted. I will say, I do appreciate all of you for watching my videos and hanging out and supporting me. Because this is hard out here. It truly is. It's hard to make space for yourself in the online universe. So I do very much appreciate each and every one of you. Sorry, I was reading. Gosh. Message her back. She's not far from my parents, which is interesting. Man, y'all, I am tired. All right, so do I do the cream for the paws, or should I just do a solid bunny with the same color paws? What do we think? Maybe I might do solid. Maybe. Does she have an example photo of a solid one? Or are they all? This one's got. Oh, she's got solid arms and then contrast feet, which is cute. I might do that. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Decision made. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the cream on the back paws, and then on the arms, I'm gonna do them solid and just see what it looks like. Cause um the the paws don't really like the arm paws. What do they call them? Arm paws. The front paws don't really have a defined paw shape on this pattern, it looks like. I don't know. I could be wrong. Yeah. They might have a tiny. No. So I'm going to do the contrast on the legs. The back legs, I think. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it comes out. I'll probably make at least 2 of these. Not today, but as part of my market prepping. I'm not going to get very much farther, I don't think. I don't have that much longer that I can be on, so. But they do have a very subtle paw shape. But that's fine. I think this will be cute. Three subscribers to my show on Palm Street. How exciting. I really need to change my profile picture on Palm Street. Because right now it's just a crochet plushie. And I need to put my logo or something up there instead. One little arm finished. So cute. Oh boy. Does anybody have their shopping cart on Amazon full of goodies for their Amazon Prime days? I'm trying to like figure out what I'm gonna need so I can order it during Prime days next week. Because I need some more shopping bags. So I've got shopping bags in my cart. I don't know that they're gonna go on sale, but they're in there. So if they do, I'll know about it. hoping everything I want will be on sale. So you're like me. You like prepare ahead of time. I've got all of like my normal supplies, like my giant box of stuffing I've got in my cart. I've got the safety eyes I like in my cart. I've got the shopping bags, shipping boxes, not tissue paper. I have plenty of tissue paper. Butcher paper for my flowers, because I want to start doing more flowers at my markets and do like wrapped bouquets and stuff for people. And then what's the other thing I have? Oh, well, I'm going to look, Destiny told me about the pegboard thing. So I'm going to look at that and get that added to my cart. And then hopefully all of it will go on sale and I can just check out. And some new tablecloths, because the ones that I got that I mentioned in my market video are absolute garbage. I have new market shelves and displays and hubs. I mean, can't go wrong there. Yeah, I want like a half pegboard that will sit on one of my tables, and then I want a tall one that will sit on the ground. If I can get those, then I'm probably going to upgrade my booth at my next market to 2 booth spaces is the plan. I hope you guys are ready for some insane market prepping content, because that's pretty much all I'm going to have from now until fall, coming up with all of these new like products and doing all of that. Yeah, the tablecloths I bought are the style that I want, but the quality was just trash. Like, it was terrible. We got them out. I should have checked them before the actual market. We still use them. You can see them in my video, but they're like super thin, and all of the seams had loose threads everywhere, which is fine. Most of them were pulling, like, they were just like loose, so they just came out. But I don't know, the quality just wasn't great, but they're open in the back, which I really like because it hides the stuff better than the stretchy ones that attach to the table legs. I still have those, and then I switched to some regular tablecloths that I just got at Target. They were on clearance or something. And I really, really like those, but they bunch up in the corners and I don't like it. So I'm trying to figure out something else. I had to give up. Oh, I'm so sorry. I would be very sad if I had to give up markets. I can't lie. That would be very sad for me, because I think it's one of my favorite things. So I'm very sorry that you had to give them up. I first bought the pegboard from the hardware store, and it sits perfectly on my table, but I don't know if I'm going to keep using it. Yeah, I bought some from the hardware store as well, and I could just use that. I probably should just use that, if we're being completely honest. Floaty in the front and open the back. Yeah, that's like, I want to, let me see here really quick. Hold on. I had an inspiration pic of what I want. Oh my gosh. Go. I can't type. Exit. Let's go to... Like, I don't know if you're going to be able to see. I really like these. They have like a nice texture and they're very drapey and they're pretty. I really, really like these. And then the other inspiration picture I had was this. They're just like really light, flowy, and then I really like the contrast fabric over the top. I just thought that was really nice too. And then there was one more. Hold on. I may not have actually saved the picture now that I'm looking. Dang it. Oh, here. This was another one I found. But I cannot find anything like this at all on Amazon or anywhere. Can't find anything like that. But I really like that one. From the hardware store. Yeah, we cut mine into, I think we cut mine either in half or in thirds. And I like it. But anyways, I think I'm going to hop off, you guys. I've got a little bit of a headache and it's lunchtime. It's 12. So I think I am going to hop off. But I do appreciate everybody for coming and hanging out with me for 3 hours. We've been on 3 hours now, which is crazy. But yeah, I'm going to jump off and grab something to eat because I'm starved. But thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate you. And I might go live over the weekend at some point. But I might make a post next time to warn everybody. But yeah, I hope everybody has a really fun and safe 4th of July, regardless of what you are doing. And I'll see you guys on Monday in my next YouTube video. So I hope everybody has a great rest of your day. Yeah, bye. Bye, you guys. I'll see you guys later.